Hi there, Gemini. Wow, thank you all so much for tuning in to you here. And of course, welcome as well to your cross watchers and anyone else who has a prominent sort of, let's say, Gemini in their chart. I mean, you can just be anyhow sort of composition in your birth chart and be absolutely vibing with this message. So welcome on in. But yeah, those who have very strong placements in Gemini might really resonate with this message in particular. And specifically, even, your rising sign, your Mars sign, Venus sign, especially for matters related to contracts, your creative assets and resources, and relationships, partnerships. When it comes to, though, in general, obviously if you have your sun sign in Gemini, this will really quite resonate, and your moon sign as well, Midhaven, North Node. Yeah, we'll hit them all. All right, let's get into it here, Gemini. First of all, thank you again for tuning in here to you. I'm so touched by all of you here. Let me just first come out and say that here, those of you who've been following for years, I feel you guys across the distance. Okay, astral. Thank you guys for connecting. And let's see, I'm also channeling. This is important to note, yeah, because otherwise you'll think I'm just fucking batshit crazy. I don't know. Okay, well, what is normal? Well, then get a scale going, and then we'll kind of have a meter situation, and we'll let you know this is on that and it's okay, but no, I'm joking. But you guys, yeah, well, you make up your mind if you resonate with the channel, of course, and if you do, hit the like button, let me know what you think. Let's start to shuffle the cards out a little bit as we get into it, but before we do, I'm going to let you know here, Gemini, that a few messages were already coming through. Yes, very strongly so. I've been meditating actually for a few days now, and sometimes the messages, they just right up and out. Gemini, I'll be honest here, it was a little bit of a challenge here to kind of get you to come along with for the ride officially, and to say in the way that there's maybe a lot that you're processing through at this time. There's a lot that's very exciting, very much exciting, but it is really about the sort of perception, the mentality around what it is that you create, what it is that you transform in your life as well, what it is you ultimately end up extending to others in this space here during this month of November. And it's really about your reconnecting to the message. I hear it in this sense for you. So let's again shuffle the cards, and we're gonna get into it. Let's say it like this. I feel like possibly, Gemini, there have been people here who wanted to kind of get going with a certain timeline. I hear it like that, and I see you were a little bit hesitant, and we say shy, you just weren't ready, whatever the reason is. And we're going to get into it. We'll pull cards here. This is going to be a pretty hefty spread, thanks to Venus and Sag right now, which is yeah, let's just really kind of just get into the deeper sort of echelons of the messages, and such. So we'll make use of that as I'm recording, Venus and Sag. But anyways, let's clear it, backtracking around, get back to it. Gemini, this is going to be an extended reading. We're going to have a few stages and tiers to it. In the beginning of this reading, there should be a little slide, and it should sort of give that breakdown there, almost like a sort of syllabus of the reading, again, thanks to Venus and Sag. And then we're going to move into, at the very tail end, a pick a card, a little mini pick a card here for you, Gemini. So feel free to meditate throughout the reading on a sort of concept that you'd like greater insight on. Maybe, you can have one concept, but you look at different aspects of it through that four pick a card stack reading. Okay, so Gemini, shall we? All right, officially, at least. I'm going to be honest here, Gemini. Yes. I've seen you here, okay, as I've been meditating for a few days now. I see you as just, been very hard to get you to sort of, I don't want to say admit to something, but there's something that's definitely on your mind. I feel like that. And we have a few runes actually just dropping on the first two cards that were coming through for you. But there's something that it's just been a matter of really sort of getting you to become more comfortable with a certain storyline. And it can be you, of course, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be Martin won't let me go with this theme plan he has going. Okay. Again, I'm channeling, remember that. So the messages may come through in an interesting sort of way. And I would definitely wait about 6 to 8 months to also really make the most of savoring the messages here. I found that the sweet spot is really 8 months. You come back to a reading in 8 months, you'll know exactly, more or less, in the macro sense, what it might be referring to. But of course, you always take it as you will, and you let me know in the comments as well. Come back to readings and say, oh wow, that really happened here today, or you know what, I think that's going to happen tomorrow, or in a week, a few months. It's truly really helpful actually for those of you who do come back and comment on the readings. And it's seriously thanks to you guys who do that helps me also understand how the readings go. I have found it for myself, but also by other viewers. They'll come back, it's about 6 to 8 months, and they'll say, wow, or even a year, and they'll say, wow, that message right there, that's right here. I want to let you you know. So let's get into it, Gemini. Let's go. Okay, now I see you hesitating with something, Gemini. Stop. But it's Page of Cups upright, Hermit in reverse. This is somebody who wants to talk to you and you know it. This is an opportunity and you know it. It's an exciting one and you've known it. It's something that you have to create though. And I see it that not as like a destination point, but a process perception. This is a matter of you and how you see you in the way that you create what you do. Create Gemini. Now I see there's a new beginning on the horizon. It's very exciting, but you have to be brave. Not in the sense of saying, but in the sense of saying that you want this. Okay, Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It's a matter of you saying out loud, maybe even, publicizing something, saying, hey, I do want this. That could be a metaphor. It could be existentially meant, right? That can be you with yourself, with your higher self. You say, well, on some level, I'm admitting it, okay. But there's a whole nother world to how that sort of quote unquote works out, ends up working out in the so-called long term, in the so-called future. All right, some of you, I'm just gonna say it again. Your commitment vote. This is for some. I know. Yeah, I know. I'm just going. What do you want me to do? Now, this theme came through in the camp. We're going reading, and I'm hearing Cancer. I haven't yet done Cancer, but yeah, this theme. If this is resonating with you, you might be a cross-watcher or Capricorn, or that could be part of your chart as well. That's getting really highlighted here during this period this month. Now, Cancer. What? Gemini. Jera. This is the rune of time, prosperity. It is about approximately 1 year's worth of time that we're looking, popping out on that Two of Cups. Some of you are in love with somebody. You love somebody. I hear it like this, and it can be something that you see in yourself that you want to reflect and you'd like to create with. For some of you here, that really comes down to you, being brave to share that part of you with the world. And this is actually Ansu's coming through on the Queen of Wands. Now, let's clear the cards up, and I want to get back to it. Knight of Cups upright. Some of you here, this is about getting physically comfortable, and this theme definitely came through in the Capricorn reading. For some of you, and I feel like this is something that one would not expect. Somebody would not expect this with a Page of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups sandwiching that Queen of Wands. It's like, oh, but he's so popular and he's so this and that. Doesn't mean he's not shy at times, yeah. And doesn't mean that maybe you didn't activate something of a shy sort of chromosome X or Y situation going on with him there, right? So we have to kind of keep an open mind with the way that we sort of interact with our environment. I hear it as well in this way. Maybe this is you wondering, why am I feeling this way? I don't normally have this fear. So that's another message. We're going to get further into it though. Now the Knight of Cups upright in the center of your spread. This really, with the Two of Swords in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse, somebody is in possibly even denial about being in love. And this could be you. It could be another Eight of Wands and the Six of Cups, Page of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Wands upright. It's a little silly. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, no. This has a side to it. For some of you, it's definitely something physical. Maybe someone is even like friend zoning someone. Again, want to get into those visions that were coming through because I was seeing a lot. But the King of Wands in reverse mirrors that Queen of Wands attached to the Two of Cups. Somebody has even like left somebody. It's like, but they're in love with them. It's like kind of ironic. It's like, how could you kind of like play it off? It's like, I don't have time to explain. Like, I have to like ignore her. I'm hearing that. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So you got the Queen of Cups as well with the 9 of Cups. Now this could be existentially, maybe you feel like it's pressure on your subconscious. Like, I know I want to make this change, I want to do this, but there's so many things that it's not something you're consciously sort of outright with yourself, possibly. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse. There's a little bit of pressure, maybe even socially here, Gemini, with this new beginning. It's like, well, I know that I want this, I know I can create this, but I have to be the one to do that. And so you might be actively kind of holding yourself back in a certain capacity, or actively sort of waiting. Some of you are very intimidated by somebody here. Oh my God, the High Priestess and the Hangman. You got the King of Cups mirroring that High Priestess. Someone is in love. No, it's like, maybe that's why we're holding ourselves back. Yeah, that's why we're saying it's like, well, he usually seems sort of but I'm hearing he usually seems very sort of like, who cares? Like, why, very confident. But like when it comes to like, you and I, we don't want to be like that song situation. When we get romantic, it's like a different story. What's going on? I'm hearing this. Queen of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So let's clear the energies here and start over. We'll pull a card here for each of the days. Gemini, as I was meditating energy, let's clear it around. I was seeing somebody here. They are literally ignoring someone. No, even like in an environment like a room, it's like they're looking at somebody and they're completely like, they're offering them a totally different idea than that which is in their mind actually. It's like, hey, do you want to hang out? It's like, no. I hear that. They're maybe very shy, but it's like, someone's leaving somebody in the dust even. Like, they're truly like thinking, what in the absolute. the key here is Mercury going direct and clearing in about the earlier days of November, about the 3rd or so. We'll see Mercury, which has been in retrograde in Libra for some time now, officially going clear. So there might be something that comes up from the way past that you actually end up sort of confronting, and lovely, right? Lovely. Let's get these cards here. Yeah, now you guys are dealing with somebody who either it's they're in a commitment vote or it's you. So it's either on either side of the spectrum. We have that Devil upright, and we did have that King of Pentacles in reverse just a moment ago. You could be dealing with somebody who's got a lot of Capricorn, a lot of poker face energy here going on. It could be a career, it could be a career move, it could be even sort of like even like an interview or whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot of nerves. Don't be dissuaded from that. Okay, and I'm hearing if someone's acting like they're not interested in you, I am feeling here that, and I obviously don't always know, but I'm channeling here. So I'm feeling here though that there is much more than what meets the eye to that storyline. All right, Gemini. Shall we begin? Let's pull a card here for each of the days. Yeah, this has a history to it. This is a long storyline here. This is something that goes way back, and it's like, are we ready? I hear like too confronted to call it out. Some of you have someone who is, I keep hearing it like this. What do you want me to do? They're super shy, super fucking shy. The Knight of Wands mirroring the Ace of Swords, and some of you went to school with this person, or like something related to academics, something of this nature. I feel like someone's at a point though where they're saying, well, it's been too many chances, too many times I've tried to extend myself and make sense of the situation even on my own. There needs to be balance. I see that, and we do run the risk of somebody walking away completely entirely if that balance is not met. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse. This is something of like a situation where someone says, well, I love them, but like if they cannot show up, then I cannot be there, for them and to myself. So this is, really going to be, I see a major sort of crossroads when it comes to a certain dynamic here that either has been working and someone wants to call it out and maybe commit. Here I hear that as well to the storyline, say, hey, I want to take it to the next level, or it's like it's not working and even if you realize like I have a lot of love for the space and they have a lot of love and I can feel that we're not at that point where we're calling out actively, so I gotta walk away. And I'm reminded a little bit, just a little smidgen of that Aries reading for October with the hamster Charles. Yeah. No, you guys. And it might be a misunderstanding. The title of that reading for Aries is, this is a huge misunderstanding. This person is, and they were in love with you. So, you take it as you will, but no. Okay. When I was meditating your energy, Gemini, I was seeing someone in a room. It's like they do a full swirl when you're around. It's like, excuse me. No, it seems like they are willing to just kind of like, gonna hold out. Like, I'm hearing even the chewing of the bubble gum with you at a certain point, like for years on end now. I don't know what that's alluding to. Just go outside again of the devil though. Some of you dealing with someone who's got a lot of Saturn in their chart. I really hope it's not like they are wanting that to be the case in a situation, Saturnian sort of type frequencies, typically it's like, people, maybe Capricorns in general, people who have a lot of Saturn in their chart, wherever you've got Saturn in your chart, wherever it is really strongly placed as well, in particular, that'll be where you kind of like, you would prefer to say no before you say yes. It doesn't mean that you will like not eventually want to manifest something in that in relation to that area of life, but it's kind of where you are more careful. And so for some, maybe more hesitant. For some, but that's more subconscious. Now, I really hope it's not a situation that we're looking at of like, I'm actively like wanting to cause this feeling of tension, because that would be kind of manipulative, and I really hope that's not what we're looking at here. I hope it's more like someone who's into you, but just like, or vice versa, or again, a metaphor of you with an aspect of you, something you want to manifest about, what you love. Interesting. But, and knowing that, you will eventually do that. Oh, they've got a fire alarm. Odd. At this hour? Really? Yeah, I hear it. Huh. Wow. I'll take it as a clue. Here's the thing. Yeah, I just saw the flashing light right there, but here's the thing. Gemini, cannot destroy energy. That's what I'm seeing right here. It's like, if you have passion, I'm seeing the color red here everywhere. If you have passion for someone, right? It's like, whether or not you acknowledge it, this could be someone else's energy, right? There we see the death card. whether or not you come out and like call it out and say it, it's like that energy continues and it will remanifest. And you know, maybe this is a message to say, hey, like if you love something, call it out. Like if you love someone, like call it out. Like, you know, even if it's something so simple, like maybe someone here is a little bit perfectionist as well. I'm getting that energy of like they don't offer anything because they feel like it's not good enough yet. Well, we'll get into that again. We'll get further into it. But with that Death card and the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords upright, there's something that really matters to us. I see that, and we have a lot of passion for whatever this is, but we cannot experience it until we acknowledge it in our visionary state, in our space of what we observe to be as in resonance with our higher self. I hear that as well. And to call it out, if it truly is that. Now, okay, this is not to make you feel like, oh my God, I need to like love something. What is that thing? You know, but if you're feeling like you don't have anything really that you resonate with, then I would question, you know, inversely then in that way, what it is that you may be passionate about, but that you are not really actively addressing. Okay, so what is the subconscious? What is it that we push away, but that we really kind of like feel, right? Magnetized towards. What I'm trying to say here is that it doesn't go away, right? And it's a matter of the honesty. It doesn't go away necessarily. Death card and the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. This is something that we're kind of going to get in. This is a general video, so you definitely want to talk to your personal practitioner before you make any major, I mean, yeah, if you're changing anything with your diet, you want to talk to your naturopath or however, but no, there's a lot of love here is what I'm seeing. And again, we're going to get further clues. It's just, it would really be a shame as I hear it to really dismiss this opportunity. You know, not just because of what it is and what you love about it, but like, you know, sometimes if we hold it back far enough, okay, we're kind of telling the universe, hey, like I want you to make of this what you make of it. So it's about leadership as well with that Death card is what I am getting as a message. Now, it could be cross-watcher energy. It could be you. King of Pentacles in reverse, mirroring that Ace of Cups upright. Let's get further into it. Some of you have someone, oh, nope. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting real clear. This is for some of you. Someone is in love with you. No question, no doubt about that. You got the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups. In a way, they feel like they are kind of like already with you. In a way, they feel like you guys are already like, yeah, kind of married, like in a relationship. Like, is this for some? But I see that with the Hierophant mirror and the Ace of Cups sandwiching the King of Pentacles in reverse. But it's almost like there is a stagnancy there with that even. And it's like as if we say, well, I'm good enough for the theory. I feel like we're in a relationship, but they're not taking it to the next level. And I feel that that's a matter of, I will say it again like this, leadership. Let's pull further. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Someone is very scared to access this part of what they feel. And you know, if it's your energy, then maybe you want to introspect on it. If you're hearing this reading, there's maybe a reason here why you're here, obviously. But you know, for some, with the King of Wands upright in the last week as well coming through, if this is someone else's energy, you know, maybe, you know, there's just something here that we cannot force people to be ready, right? But maybe it's confirmation that there is something. No, this person's straight up running away from the conversation. It's like kind of awkward even. I'm going to be honest here. Like I'm seeing here the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like even maybe a third party's coming in at a certain point saying, hey, you guys are practically like, what's going on here? Two of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, we're Rotunda. Let's clear it. Someone wants somebody to like make a move here. The Queen of Pentacles, right? You lead out with the Knight of Cups in reverse. For some reason here, Gemini, I do feel that there is a third party here that is encouraging the conversation to take place in a more outright, outspoken, authentic almost matter here with the Death card upright. The Death card doesn't mess around. Yeah, and I see this as maybe something you've been debating. That's how you also know what this is. Like when someone brings something up, it's like you get into the debate mode about it. I want to get further here, cards and energies. Let's pull here on the first day with that Three of Swords in reverse, the Coffin reverse. Someone is not willing to let someone go, supposedly, and they're also not willing to really take it to the next level. It could be in matters of career. This is where you want to look at where you've got Gemini in your chart. In matters of career, that's going to be where you know there is a poker face possibly, and it's really something that either you're holding out with and you're waiting. Maybe this is you with you waiting for the right time to invest in a certain space. The Six of Swords in reverse, but just be careful that you're not going to get too perfectionistic about that. And I will also say here, like kind of like how do we say, like you don't want to lose the opportunity for just a few little decisions that could have possibly gone in a different direction. I'm not sure, like the future so-called is not guaranteed. So it's almost like, I don't want you to sacrifice the overall project just because, right? It's like you want to get like kind of perfect. Sometimes, let's say, we spend so much time trying to perfect the project, the little details, and then we propose that project. And then in the end, it's like, oh, half of that project didn't actually make it through the door. It's like, would rather show up on time than late kind of vibe. And at least, you know, be able to work on the details as we're telling our story. I'm not sure. Maybe this is even a matter. Well, I do feel for a number of you this is confidence. Somebody is too shy to come forward. No, it's very clear. But the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords, sandwiching the Seven of Cups, they're knowing it, but they're not. You know, it's almost like maybe that's their excuse. Like, I need a reason to, like, you know, kind of make sure it's right. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. The Ways coming through the Seven of Cups. This is the Lenormand deck, by the way. Such a cute deck. I love this deck. Been really enjoying working with it. The Fish in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. Someone is starting to get a little offended. I'm not gonna lie. There's some feelings here going on with the Fish in reverse and the Sun upright. Let's pull on that Ten of Wands in reverse. It is a question of timing. I see someone's asking somebody ultimatum. Hey, no, sweetie. Are we sweating? Are we sweating balls? I don't know. Or are we like buttoning up? You got to tell me, like, is it a yes or a no? Maybe someone's pressuring somebody to make a decision. Letter in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. It is an ultimatum. This is for some of you. There is an ultimatum here, but I see it with the letter in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is an offer. I'm here, letter B. Bun or no bun? We can't call it a hamburger. Otherwise, that's my opinion. But you tell me what you're looking for. I hear that. This is somebody wanting your even advice. Like, but I see you kind of dilly-dallying. Like, all right, so let's continue. The Snake in reverse, Four of Swords. This is someone also telling you, like, they want to know what's going on. Like, okay, Bouquet in reverse. It could be an institution. You got the Cross in reverse. Somebody is running away here. By the end of that first week in November, I feel like somebody proposes some sort of conversation, okay? It's like, hey, this is like my perspective. What's yours? It's like, we got to at least talk. I hear that as well. You got the Ring. Gemini. The Ring on the Death card. Somebody is being manipulative. They are. No. You guys, that's sitting right next to the Ace of Pentacles. On the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Bear in reverse. They're also being a little bit of, again, perfectionist. Like, they have a little bit of performance anxiety. It's almost like they don't want to spend money. This is for some of you. I don't know what's alluding to for everyone, but maybe people looking in on this space are like, are you kidding? You haven't done it yet? Like, what are you waiting for? Kind of vibe. Like, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for, like, you know, like $2 more, like, dollars on the stock to, like, drop. I don't know. The Whip in reverse, Queen of Swords upright, the Fox in reverse, and the Lovers upright. People looking on this space like, oh my, I can't believe that has not been called out yet. Okay, Lily in reverse and the Hermit upright. For some of you, maybe this is how you feel. Maybe people looking in on the space as. There is a little bit of, like, possibly like social standards kind of here coming up in subconsciously in the back of the mind. Like, you know, maybe someone here is like, hey, like usually by this time, you know, you would have maybe engaged in these things. Maybe this is, yeah, let's clear. But there's no like right or wrong, of course, with that. But that's maybe just a factor coming up. Now let's continue. The Ship in reverse on Ace of Cups upright. This is about love, you guys. Let's look at the symbology of this card. Literally, the ship is a buoyant sort of figure, right? It sits on water and a vast body of it at that. Then at the base of that, we see the Ace of Cups. This is what we sort of, how do we say? I hear we perform with in relation to the context in the story. I'm not sure what that's alluding for everybody, but in other words, there's an opportunity here, and either we're going to pursue it or we're gonna lose the opportunity. This is what maybe someone's coming and saying. Now we're gonna pull further to see, but the partner on the King of Pentacles in reverse, that's your confirmation that you could be dealing with a Capricorn, that this is someone who is definitely I'm hearing over your house right now. I don't know what that's alluding to. Well, if they're not, they're thinking and they're imagining. You've got the Moon in reverse. They could have a lot of Scorpio in their chart, a lot of Taurus as well. The Moon in reverse. They could have on the Hierophant upright. The Tower's upright and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Clairvoyant in reverse, and the Hangman in reverse. I see you looking at somebody, so we're just gonna ignore each other now? Is that the way this is gonna go? Page of Cups in reverse is the House in reverse. It's like, I feel someone looks in on this as like, this is immature. The Heart in reverse on the King of Wands upright, the Birds upright on the Nine of Cups. Okay, thank God. I like that we're like kind of at least reconnecting on some level here in some capacity. In that last week of November, the Garden is on the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Clover's upright on the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This comes down to like, really, I see it as a social question here. Like how we are feeling brave to represent our connection to ultimately our higher self. Like, it's not really about what we love, it's about the process of loving and how open and fluid we are in that space. The Book in reverse on the Queen of Pentacles upright and the Dog upright on the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is about honesty, you guys. It's about vulnerability and truth. You've got the Stork in your theme and the Temperance card in reverse. No one can make you create this truth for you in a public way for yourself. No one's going to pull you out on stage kind of vibe, I feel. You might have people who poke and prod you, spirit guides as well, but I do feel it's like actual friends or people or however, or maybe again, just the pressure socially. on some level, but at the end of the day, Gemini, this is how you represent yourself, and it is, there's a public side to this. There's a physical side to this. It could be a matter of getting physically vulnerable, like someone could be holding the physical connection on some dimensional level back. Now it could also be a gift. Throat chakra right there. Okay. Oh my God. I feel like someone is you're being stimulated here, Gemini, to come out with it. But yeah. And I don't see someone pushing you on stage with this. I see it as something in the environment. It's almost like, do we say that the road is just simply the road? Is it the context of the decisions that we have not made that also make the one that we eventually make more apparent to us in the present moment? Interesting. Let's go. You have an epiphany even. It's like, I'm gonna be doing it anyways. I might as well, kind of vibe. Let's get the charms here, the runes, and see here further insights for you here in November. That did a mighty twirl on the coffin in reverse. The 1st of November. I feel that there is a theme here that definitely is working based off of your history in some way. I don't know what that's looking for everybody, but look at where you got Gemini in your chart. This might be speaking of where that might be. Where the theme might reside for you. But let's clear it. That theme, what you come through with and what is on your mind so far. I feel this is something that's been for months, truly. I don't think this is something like just in November. It's a seasonal sort of, sensation. This is something that you've been thinking of maybe for years. I feel that's going to hold you through. It's going to be a confirmation for you of what it is it might be work through the period of the month. So if you're wondering, what are we thinking about here? I feel like on November 1st, in the beginning of the month, you'll pretty much have an idea of what it is that you want to create with. I hear that as well. And maybe this is a matter of transformation, right? What do we really talk about creation with in relation to the concept of the coffin? In reverse with the 3 swords in reverse, we're talking about maybe even experiences that we grow from ultimately, that we say, well, no end is really an end, right? Can we say, wow, long live the caterpillar? The caterpillar has called me from ether and has said that he wishes that his life had never ended. This does not make sense, right? The caterpillar is moving forward and on into the next dimension of where it will ultimately resurface. There is a bravery though with that. Maybe for some of you realize something is going to end, you want to release it, and it's about just kind of calling it out. Now let's get further though. You have an opportunity. I'm going to just say something here really clearly. Take that opportunity here at the end of November, at the end of the first week of November. There's something here. It's like perfect timing. I feel that you might feel that way. Obviously, this is a general video. This is a video for entertainment purposes. This is a video for entertainment purposes. This is a video for entertainment purposes only. You've got to obviously consult your own logic as well and make sure that you're balanced in that space, mind, body, soul. And I really think that you should be balanced when you are watching tarot anyways, tarot videos, energy work. Because you want to have your perspective here grounded. So mind, body, soul. But you have an opportunity here coming at the end of the first week of November. This is what I see kind of. You have the sun upright, the letter in reverse. No one's going to push you. I hear it in this sense. It's going to be how you tell yourself, I want to do this. Okay, so let's continue. And I feel it's something, the way you'll know what that is that it's almost like inevitable. You will look at this and be like, well, I'm going to do it anyways. I hear it like that. Maybe even like, for example, you've been thinking of going on some kind of vacation or trip, and then you have someone roll through who's like, just they happen to come by and say, hey, I'm going like to so-and-so, and thinking if you wanted to visit. Seriously, I'm hearing this Gemini, like it might not be a bad idea to step on right in there. Now you have your Otala on the cross in reverse. This is in the second week. This is on specifically the 8th, not the 10th. There's something intimidating here. I feel like you shouldn't really see it as something that is in that moment as what you feel right there. There is a process, and I feel like, again, come back to a space of bravery with the way that you feel you ultimately can handle the situation. A Watts on the bouquet in reverse. If this is a conversation you're having that's a little intimidating, I feel like it would be advantageous for you to understand that, you always have the power to communicate. And if you feel like you're not in a space to communicate, try also not to feel, there's going to be another chance. I hear that as well here with the cross in reverse on the 10th. It's about your communication is what I want to mention here. It's not about perfection. I hear that as well. Like this is interestingly, I see about timing. So, there's something, maybe don't feel pressure to either have a convo if you're not ready to have it, or vice versa. If you want to have the convo and something or someone's kind of holding you back, remember that it's your communication communication that gets you through. Now, here we are with Jera on the snake in reverse. And I'm going to say as well, this can be an interview for some of you. I think it's about really confidence and bravery with how you intentionalize your gifts. I hear that as well, and how you communicate about them. Now, Awat's here on the bouquet in reverse. You've got a great gift here. It's a talent of yours, Gemini, is what I'm seeing. On the ring, we've got Manats. Someone is a performer. I hear that as well. Okay, let's continue. You have Tyr on the fox in reverse. And is this Jera? Yes, on the snake in reverse. Some of you, okay, your social life is going to change. I hear it like this. This is inevitable. It's like, listen. It's like, all right. I'm seeing someone's like talking to like a reptile. It's like, yo, bro, like, listen, you want to like hang out with us? Like, if you do, you're going to have to like, you know, kind of like, how do we say it? Like, shed your snake skin, like something like this. It's like, yeah, I do. It's like, all right, they're like, and I feel like you're hesitant about this though. It's like there's something you're gonna have to clear or clear out of, maybe psychologically even, okay, to move through a certain space here. We see that devil here in reverse. I'm not sure, Gemini. There's something here maybe that it's gonna change. I hear that with the snake in reverse. Like, it's something though that you I hear that maybe someone is telling you it's going to be inevitable, possibly. But there's something there with the snake in reverse that it's an offer. I feel that you taking this on, and it could be from you to you, it will change your world. Now let's continue. If you're making a decision because you feel like someone is not going to accept you if you don't do this, that is not the right decision. That's not the opportunity we're talking about. I hear that as well. That's not the opportunity we're talking about. That might be the opportunity to take time to think about more so what it is that you really truly feel. Yeah, let's continue though. We see then Fehu on the ship in reverse. You may hear from somebody here from the past. There might be something here that comes around that really kind of angles the story out for you and says, hey, excuse me, like, you know, are you going to take this on or not? I hear that as well. This is also a little bit like that letter in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse, the last, you know, day of the first week of November as well. There's something here on the 7th or so of November. There's something that kind of comes through and foils. Okay. I hear it like it angles out your storyline here with you. Like, for example, maybe you say, hey, I don't want to like meet with you again, you know, and then minutes later, you see someone who comes up to you and says, hey, like, I wish I had someone I could like meet up with at these times of the day. I don't know what that's only, this may be a very specific message, but, and then it makes you think, you know, maybe it's like, oh, you tell yourself, I don't want to be in a committed connection. And then it's like a few minutes later, you're like sitting in the park and you see, you know, this older, you know, elderly couple, just something very karmic even. Maybe it's an opportunity here that comes through that inverts the one that you maybe at a certain, you haven't made a decision with, or somebody hasn't made a decision with. And it can be a cross-watcher, especially if you're dealing with someone's got a lot of Capricorn in the chart. Now let's continue. Someone feels a little bit intimidated. They feel a lot of pressure when it comes to getting this off of their chest. Like, they're really got a lot of passion, but there's almost too much pressure. Yeah, this is someone maybe who has not ever really had an opportunity such as this to process this level of emotion. They actually may be having an activation. I see that as well, definitely with the DNA. Now, then we have Wunyo on the partner. There's a lot of transforming here. Somebody may not be ready quite yet to represent that. It doesn't mean that they don't feel it, that they don't experience it. It's almost like they don't have the words yet. It's like, listen, someone goes to another country, right? They have maybe the same feelings. They have the same words in some sense that they would like to say. They like to communicate, but they don't yet know the language. It's like they need to have the opportunity to be able to understand how to communicate what they feel. I hear it like that. So that's maybe a particular message. Let's go further. Rose on the book in reverse on the 30th of November. This is something financial, sitting next to the mountain upright, and the clover. Yeah, there's something that you're going to commit to. I see it like this, Gemini. Even if you say, how do we say, like one way or another, you've made a decision. Like, even if you don't follow through with something, that's a decision that was made, is what I'm hearing. Maybe something here, you know, this is an opportunity, and whether or not you decide to so-called actively participate in this space, you're still kind of making decisions, what I'm hearing. So low on the garden. This is something, someone is connected to, hold on, Burkano as well, sitting, one second. Somebody is not brave. I hear that, not yet. Somebody's not really calling something out yet. Maybe you feel that, especially those who have a lot of water in your chart and a lot of air, water possibly overlaps. You know it. You feel what's going on here on another like scale. Like, it's not really something that you need to prove. I see you being maybe more understanding, trying at least to be understanding of something or someone in that last 2 weeks of November. Now let's get further. Thank you guys again for tuning in, Gemini. If you're liking this reading style, can you please hit the like button? And I see you avoiding getting into like a confrontation as well, sort of like an argument, discussion here in those last few weeks. I see you also really trying to ground yourself if you realize, you know, that there is something here kind of going on that you want to feel more grounded to have a conversation about. It's like there's something that you've got in more direction with, you know, it doesn't mean that it's like so-called resolved, but at least you're kind of not letting some situation get to you if it's not directly related to you. And I see you also actively trying to find a space of balance and groundedness, yes, as you eventually so-called pursue that space. I'm not sure what that's only for everybody, but I see someone kind of even maybe working through a mantra space of some sort, you know, self-talk and such, to psychologically even prepare for a certain space. For some, this is something of a matter of confidence as well, and wanting to sort of really reflect on, well, why is it that I am like avoiding this? It can even be a passive regression energy, or it can also be sort of hypnosis therapy. I hear that as well. All right, Gemini, let's get into it now. Further for you. Do, 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 do. There's definitely a physical side here. Hearing that again, but okay. What are we looking at, Gemini? Let's do a Celtic cross. Okay. Getting a little distracted there. Okay. Hold on a second, Gemini. Let's meditate here for a quick second. Where do we want to go from here? Okay. You know what? Let's do a 5x6 spread just with the Lenormand now. And come in with the key. I'm hearing yes by the end of that first week. Well, you take it as you will. This is a 5x6 reading, so but you can sort of see it the way you see it. The ship in reverse again coming through. Somebody wants to talk to you, Gemini, but they're not, especially if they have a lot of Aries in their chart. Like, at least, what is conversation, you know? There's a very particular type of maybe conversation somebody wants to have with you, and maybe you're not even aware of it. It's like they're wanting to take it to the next level. I'm hearing Rio Grande. I hear that as well. They maybe want to go on a vacation with you. I'm hearing the Grand Canyon, road trip. The heart in reverse, anchor in reverse. The mice. They don't want you to know that they're having a hard time with that, though, with the communication. Maybe they feel like it's going to be hard to kind of communicate whatever this is anyways. I don't know what that's alluding to, but like they're trying to keep their cool. Maybe this is even a surprise. Let's continue. The garden in reverse. If that's the case, it's related to their family. It's something with their family or their social environment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some small number of you, someone's not like introducing you to their friends or their family, and that's kind of like making you feel weird. But like, yeah, maybe they're trying. I don't know. The birds in reverse. I see someone is definitely left wondering like what is going on. But it's by way of the circumstances here. Like, wait, why aren't they like even like showing me on their like. Yeah, I know, on like their, I'm hearing limited to outfit page. I don't know. It's like, why aren't they like featuring me? Like, I just feel like it's not what you think it is possibly. Like, don't let it get to you like in that way. 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of love here. Let's get, I'm seeing macaroons here. The fox on the mice with the bear. For some of you, this is, you know, I'm hearing yes again. Wow, that slid under the iPad. How did that happen? All right, the tower in reverse. someone is not willing to get into the deeper conversations with you, and that's not going to work for you, Gemini. I hear it like this. So, or vice versa, crosswatcher. However, it's like someone is not willing. I see someone with a lot of Aries in the chart. They keep avoiding, like they won't get into the deeper conversations here, and that's really not going to work for somebody in the long term, is what I'm hearing. Like I see someone kind of being like, okay, like, you know, we had chances here, like, and we're not taking them apparently, and I feel like someone's about to walk away. Like, I'm hearing to the end of the road. Like, they're ignoring you to the end of the road. And then at the end of the road, they're reminding you that, like, they're still here. I don't know what that's about, you guys. But it's getting kind of hurtful even. It's, like, really, really irritating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody here is irritating this person who wants to take the conversation to the next level. Let's clear it. This has to do with, you know, some kind of new beginning. And I feel like someone's starting to question, like, you know, it's the first few times where you say, well, I understand, like, you know, if you're not ready to, like, you know, take it to the next level, like in this way or that way, like and so, but at a point, I feel someone is gonna just kind of be like, okay, like I'm here, right? He didn't call me back, like I'm not gonna create this on my own. So, all right, someone's not seeing the investment point from somebody else's vantage point. They're not seeing the intention, like the attention. They're not, and I feel like they're tired of trying to get it. No, yeah. They're trying, they're done. They're not gonna be sitting here forever trying to like get you to like eat the taquito by hand. I don't know. Like I see someone trying to feed something to somebody, but they refuse to eat. I don't know, maybe it's a metaphor. Like they don't want to get vulnerable or something with this idea even, let's clear it. But they won't actively come out and say like no or yes. They keep kind of like hearing you out. I hear that. And then, you know, and then they like, I'm hearing they linger. Some of you get to a point here with this. It's like, I'm hearing one day someone like comes through and just kind of says it as it is. I'm hearing cold turkey, cold feet, cold turkey. It's like, hey, I need to close the shop down. So this is a matter of someone like they introduce an idea to this person or somebody and like someone's not getting back to them. I hear that. It's like something like that. It's like, what do you just tell me, like, what is your take on this? Like, give me some kind of feedback, like, with that. But yeah, they left him like hanging, like high and dry. For some of you though, what I'm getting is this is a matter of showing that you are what's the word, interested. Yeah, like committed. Yeah, and like I see someone going backward, like, well, yeah, but like actually no. This has to do with finances, possibly. Someone's not telling somebody what else would be involved that is actually influencing the way that they would be able to discuss whatever this is. The devil in reverse, definitely. Sitting next to Uru's there on the tree in reverse. There's obviously also a karmic side. I'm not sure if this individual is really aware of, like, you know, the astral sort of conversation. I mean, maybe. We have the clairaudience, the devil in the tree. They're very intimidated by something here. It's a question of commitment. Let's get one more card on that devil. What's what? I just got started the King of Pentacles here. It's the Tower as well. All right. Yeah, they're nervous. 5 of Cups in reverse. They may have a side to them that they're shy to communicate to you about. The Page of Cups in reverse for whatever reason. And it's like, look, you know, that's okay. If it's not going to be brought forward, like, I see someone just kind of saying, I'm going to walk away. I see someone with fur on their back. Oh, this reminds me of, it's like a TV show or something. Is it a werewolf? I see someone grows hair on their back, like when the sun goes down. I don't know. Well, you would take it as you will. The Devil in reverse, and the 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Cups in reverse with the 8 of Wands in reverse. Like, somebody doesn't want you to, like... Someone is feeling shy with something. They don't know if you're going to be open to something, or if you're aware of something, or if you're in love with them too. I hear that as well with the 2 of Cups in reverse. We're in the Devil in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. Like, maybe they're trying to tell you indirectly. They don't not want to come out, like, openly and talk about this. Yeah, I see somebody, like, growing fangs. Like, it's like some Edward Cullen show right there. And I'm seeing it, like, I am actually, yeah. And even the devil, I mean, yeah. Doesn't have fangs, but he might as well. The 3 of Wands in reverse, like, at least with the vibe I'm feeling here now, like, somebody is, maybe they have a side to them somebody here who wants to talk to you about something. Like, I'm not saying that someone is a weirdo. Love and light doesn't mean Edward Cullen is a weirdo or whatever. This energy. This is maybe something that someone doesn't even understand for themselves. They're not talking to you about it though because they don't want to like bring up the combo with their family. I hear that as well. Oh. Okay, let's make it simple. This comes down to trust. Someone's not at a point maybe where they are acknowledging yet what they see and what they feel. I'm seeing stars here. I see like a little star right there on the Devil card. Someone here is not ready to admit the story, maybe even to themselves. Like, can we get more clues on that? King of Wands in reverse. They feel kind of sad. They feel sad about, this is karmic, you guys. Eight of Cups upright, King of Wands in reverse, Devil in reverse, and Knight of Swords in reverse. They're not willing to, they don't want to show up with like the feelings right there for some reason. Seven of Wands, but it's something physical as well, or financial, or they feel like they need to have A to have B, but they don't tell you that that's what's going on. It's not like, hi, I'm stalling, you know, I need like A to have B. It's like, you can look at, somebody look at this and be like, it seems kind of manipulative. Why are you holding the convo out? You're dragging it out. Wunyo on the mice. They are very maybe possessive, or they have a streak of some sort from time to time, possibly with you. They don't let you know, or they don't want you to know about that. The coffin, what is that about? Next to the mice, this is something that maybe they're trying to work on, to clear, to so-called fix. They're not sure. It's something socially with their community. Maybe they're part of a community and they don't want you to, what the hell? Okay, what the fuck? You got the Queen of Pentacles upright. Is this resonating? Feel free to hit the like button, let me know. Sometimes as a channeler, it's like, yeah, you really have to like kind of have a moment. Like, I'm seeing some whiskers here. We do have the mice. Queen of Pentacles, like, they're trying to figure, this is someone who doesn't really, they're very private, or they like to figure stuff out on their own, but they're not even really aware that they're trying to figure something out, is what I'm hearing. I don't know. Three of Wands on the Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. This is something related to their afterlife, their studies, their future as they see it. King of Pentacles, Queen of... This is somebody who is trying... They're trying to understand something before they offer it, before they call it out. This is someone who's also super insecure about something here. Like, they have to feel that something has been made for themselves before they can live their life that they want to live. I don't know what, but in the meantime, they're dismissing something else that they're really feeling. Let's clear it. It's kind of a shame. Like, I see someone looking at this like it's a shame. Like, you're not going to even, like, call her back just because you had, like, you know, hair on your balls that night. I don't know what that's going to. High Priestess. Oh. So, okay, different timelines, different stories. For some of you, somebody's very intuitive. They're coming in to break up this energy with the Queen of Wands. Yep, they are. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Someone's not going to be looking at this space and saying, oh yeah, look, that's how it's done. The High Priestess says, hey, I understand where you're at, but I also see, like, where it's not at. and they're going to call it out. I see that. You're dealing with somebody here, Gemini. If you're dealing with someone who this is fitting the message, or this is your behavior with somebody, I feel like they're this close. They're going to call it out for you, almost kind of vibe. And, you know, this energy came through. But anyways, the Devil again. Yeah. There's someone here who's like, they're giving you one, maybe you feel like you're on the line with this person. It's like, you don't want to lose them, but you've been like holding them on the line a little bit. You don't want to lose the opportunity, but but I don't know what you're holding. What is what? Like, I'm just going to say it. Some of you are like literally thinking about pennies here. I don't know what's what, but it's kind of a shame. Like, really? You're going to dismiss the whole opportunity because of like three, maybe they hold grudges kind of vibe even. Like, well, you said that last time. It's like, please, you're going to literally lose the opportunity just for that. Or they're a negotiator. But if it's emotionally, this is kind of like not fair to someone. Okay? It's not. No. Let's clear it. It's kind of like traumatic. Like, someone's kind of trying to understand where you sit at with them, and maybe it's a metaphor. Maybe it's like someone is not open, they're not vulnerable, and that's kind of like making this person feel a little insecure about themselves. It's like, so is it about me? Like, why are you not stepping forward? Okay, now let's continue. The King of Pentacles, let's clear it. This is for somebody also who, now for some of you, the High Priestess, someone here is about, they're trying to hold something back from, they have two different worlds going on at the same time. Two different timelines. I hear that as well. Okay, but they're not even looking at either one. They're looking straight on, head on. But yeah, this is about something that they feel is valuable, so-called, of value, but it's, this is a perfectionist, you guys. This is someone who wants a perfect situation and scenario. They're also really intimidated, but they don't like to acknowledge that, or they feel like someone here has something, but they don't want to come out and be like, yeah, I want that from you. They want this person to be the one to kind of like, this is not cool. I hear it like that. Yeah, this is not fair. I feel like you're not going to have this person sitting there for much longer. We just pulled the Queen of, you guys, we just pulled the Queen of Cups. Literally on the High Priestess upright. This person is not stupid, and they are not going to be the one to call you back if you don't even call them up first to begin with. I hear that. Like, what's that about? Can we get more clues on that? This person understands kind of like where you're at, and I feel like they're gonna literally come one more time to your door and knock on it and be like, hey, so are you gonna be on my heroes list? This person is very loving, very forgiving. Okay, they so-called have like given you like so many fucking endless chances. Queen of Cups, look at her. She's like, she always has a smile on her face. Like, she's always gonna like, you know, kind of be there for you until she's not. It's really something like that. Like, this is an all or nothing situation. Like, yeah, somebody here is, and if you're a cross-watcher, someone's dealing with you. Like, you are giving them so much of you in a way that they're not really giving you back. I hear that, like, possibly as maybe what you feel. It's like, they're not giving you what, it's clear. They're not giving you what they know. They're running away from this. So I want to know here, I want to put, if you were, okay, to walk away from whatever this is, okay, those of you who are really putting yourself out on the line, you're giving one more chance, so called, okay, like ultimatum, like what would be done? What would be done? One card, please. If this energy, if you're to truly step away, the Moon in reverse. We pulled the King of Swords, a real thick stack with the King of Swords, Empress in reverse. You might have assets together. It's getting messy, guys. It's getting a little bit messy. Eight of Wands of right. I don't really like that. The Moon in reverse, Eight of Wands of right. Like, this is someone who kind of is aware that there are, you know, factors other than that which you originally sort of started your union out with. I don't know. Like, it's not really a cool. We have the Knight of Wands upright. Oh, so they have a situation going on here that they're not able to talk about.
It's 6 o'clock.
Okay, and it's not they're not at a point to, but they are trying to like tell you indirectly. I see like someone's like, two people standing in a room together. One person is saying, hey, can we talk about like XYZ or whatever, let's just talk. They see this person not really getting vulnerable. They see, well, it seems like you're not really at, yeah, okay. Then I see at a certain point here with the Knight of Wands upright and the Three of Swords upright, okay, that this person's gonna leave. They're gonna walk out, okay, of the room. And this person doesn't say like anything really. It's not about the, I don't see really a lot of conversation here happening, okay, but to sort of qualify the reverberation, but I see that someone is not letting somebody go. It's like what are, so wait, oh, so you're saying, you know, the second person who's about to walk out feels this person holding them back for a minute. It's like, are you saying you want to like talk about this? You want it to like work? It's like, they're not talking about it though, even in that moment. It's clear. They're not talking about it, even in that moment. So I don't know what, there's a social question here. It's like they're feeling bad because of someone else here. What is that about? Can we read off of that real quick here with the Three of Swords? Nine of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, this is getting very complicated. For some of you, this is the issue itself goes back to the same person. For some of you, the Queen of Wands in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords upright. I'm seeing that the Queen of Wands is reflecting that Queen of Cups. It's almost like they're creating competition with this person. I don't know what that's alluding to exactly for everybody, but they're creating competition with themselves with that person. Okay. I don't know what that's alluding to, but it's a little bit like, but it's like to keep you stringing along kind of vibe, to keep you kind of thinking and feeling kind of confused and like random. It's like, no. For some of you, or yeah, this is not really nice. Like for some of you, I see mouse whiskers here. Like they're neither here nor there. And maybe that's the theme. Like they're not telling you straight out. It's like, hey, I'm not with you. I'm with. And then you like turn around, you're like, okay, so tell me who you're with. And it's like, they kind of say, oh no, I'm not. They're not making sense. Okay, but the Queen of Wands reverse, Nine of Swords reverse, Three of Swords, right? For some of you, This is also something that somebody wants to, I see it as something that somebody wants to say, but that they're not really calling out. They may not even know, or they're not really there. You got to be aware of also catfishing here. I'm going to say alias work. I see someone wearing a mask, like a puppet mask, like a puppeteer mask. If someone is holding something out with you, I wouldn't trust it. Oh, no. Yep, strength in reverse, justice in reverse. They don't want to move on from this, but they also don't want to say no to X, Y, Z. It's like, please. Can we get a further card on that Queen of Wands in reverse? Five of Wands in reverse. Oh, this is very, very complicated. You guys, they're literally trying to, like, it's for you. Like, I want to save you from the drama. It's like, oh my God. Well, we cannot live in that situation, you guys. No. Let's clear it. This is like, I don't know where the bravery is at here with this, because with the storyline, because it's almost like we're not willing to look at it directly, and then we're not willing to look at it indirectly. So then it's like, we're just kind of like, I see people in like a pool that it's like kind of like, it's like a whirlpool situation. We look at the Eight of Swords upright, to the side, the Death card in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. I just really don't like that, you guys. Love and light, but in the sense of saying that possibly someone is kind of even like, it's this for so-called selfish reason. Like, they don't want to see you move on because they don't like the thought of you moving on. They don't like the feeling that you would not, it's like maybe for networking purposes even. They want you on their so-called list. They don't want you to like be like a bad influence. Let's clear, what? Bad influence? For some, it's like for the children, oh God, I hear that as well. But for some of the Eight of Swords are right, like, I don't know. And I'm not saying that anything is right to do, right? But for some, with the Eight of Swords upright, it's like they're not calling it out. I'm hearing freedom. They're not telling this person what's what, because in the mind, they don't want them to move on. But they're not showing up, guys. That's the issue here. And they actively... Okay, I'm hearing spoiler alert. He's a hedonist? I hear that? I'm hearing he's here tonight. Oh my God, oh shit. I'm seeing it, you guys. Someone is they're gonna call their bluff. I'm hearing in front of fucking everybody. I'm hearing at the talent show. I'm hearing, hey, so have a round of applause. It's reminding me of the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. You guys remember that movie? In the like one of the last few scenes. Oh my God, someone is like, they're gonna call him out. When they're on the stage singing, you're so vain, you probably think this song is about you, don't you? That part of the movie. Someone's gonna call it out. Okay, now for some, they're gonna get him. I don't know, they're gonna wedge someone here. Now, I'm hearing we worked on it. King of Cups in reverse. You might be working, somebody's working with the detective possibly, but the Death card in reverse. Someone's gonna shine a light on something. With the Eight of Swords here and the Father of Cups, this is even something that someone is like, they are not willing to handle yet, so they kind of are like, let's just say it like this. It is a domino situation. Like, person A not addressing their shit is affecting so-called the timeline of person B and the way that they can participate in this conversation kind of vibe, And so, but they're holding something out for whatever reason. Ultala coming through on the bear. They're even like not moving from a location. It's clear. It's holding. That's the second time we have that Seven of Wands here. Okay, as well. This is popping out on the Birds in reverse, Rider in reverse. I also feel like someone's telling all kinds of different people all kinds of different messages. Like, this is not reliable. This is something also where they're giving different people different price points. Yeah, no, you guys, love and light, but okay, we got to see it really, really clearly for what it is, the way it is. I see someone, even like a company, like they kind of they lead you on and they make you kind of feel like, oh yeah, like this is going to be so and so, and then it's like at the end of the day, you're literally left like fucking high and dry. And this came through in the Capricorn reading, you guys. It's like, then it's like, you're like, okay, great, so let's do it. You're all excited. You read the pamphlet, and then it's like, they're like, oh, but hold on, like, I gotta be right back. And then they go and they're like testing other people. Like, what do you think about that? What do you think about that idea? Is that a good idea? Like, and then they're testing to see, where are you at? What do you have to offer kind of vibe? It's like they're looking for different clients. This is not cool. This is not cool. No. I don't know. You got to take it as you will, but maybe it's more of like a performance anxiety. Maybe they even want to like, they're a little bit, maybe they're not sure, like, if you're really like, let's pull a card on that. is someone who is a commitment phobe, somebody who's also, though, really, they don't like the thought of like times and decisions, timing things out, and just, they don't really like that kind of stuff. If anything, like for some of you, they may be kind of like a masochistic type. Like they like the feeling of putting shit off. I hear it as well in that way. Take it as you will. No, nothing wrong. I mean, you take it as you will. Nauthies, Rido, it's like, I know I need to do it. It's like they like smile and they giggle and they run off. Like, hee hee hee. I hear that. I don't know what that's about, you guys. I'm hearing, yeah, I know, he's in love with me. I hear that. Otala, Perthro, on the bear, Isa. Like, they circulate ideas and they tell different people different things, and it could be on astral. Like, on one hand, they're ignoring you, and then you feel them, like, reconnecting to you in some strange way. But, Or they, like, tell their friends, like, they tell one friend that they're interested in you, they tell another friend, like, oh, like, and then they tell you something. It's, like, so strange. It's, like, a very selective price that's given out. It's like a company that gives a different price quote to, like, every client almost. And I feel like, this, I don't know, but it's a timing thing. Maybe it's even an investment. Like, you invested in a company and they promised you, like, you know, a certain amount of share. The Jira fell on that fish, by the way. And then, you know, it's like, where is it? I'm hearing artistic. I hear that. All right, artistic. Let's clear it. Yeah, it's artistic. Somebody wanted to buy something as well, and then they disappeared. It's like, a lot of people who wanted to buy it, what happened? It's like, no, they were like, ran off. They're not reliable. I feel somebody's gonna get to the point where they feel this situation is not reliable. Like, you know, and that's just kind of, all right, now let's continue. They may have a lot of options as well. I just don't know about that situation right there with the partner knighting that mice with the cross as well, with the lily in reverse. Let's pull on the partner. Five of Wands in reverse, yeah. They don't like conflict. They avoid the conflict. Four of Cups in reverse, but then they're trying to give off, like, there's something with their social environment. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They want to seem like they're just fine. I hear that. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They also may be quite wealthy, and they're like trying to feel like that's where it's at. Three of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, what I want to do, I want to pull into a sign by sign sort of procession here, reading. We're going to pull on, let's clear it. We're going to pull Gemini for matters of the heart, Venus, those of you watching for matters of love specifically, partnerships, relationships, creative assets, finances, yes, and especially this will be for those of you who have a Venus in Gemini, Venus in the 8th, Venus in, well, if you have Gemini cusping your 8th house, then it would be Venus in the 8th, but, if your Venus is in Gemini, but that might be a pretty good clue. But yeah, this is a matter of commitment. Ace of Pentacles. For some though, someone's endlessly negotiating. Yeah, let's clear it. Venus in the 3rd house. Let's get into it. Let's clear it. Tell me more about Venus in Gemini, Hierophant. Oh, so you guys, yeah, someone is. Listen, if you got a Venus in Gemini, someone's like really close to calling something out. Maybe this is you. Maybe they're fearing that this is what you're feeling or thinking. Like, oh my gosh, he's thinking I'm probably like, you know, they're feeling, the energy is there in some sense. So if it's you, if it's that of another, you'll know. Like, if you're not feeling this way, then it's probably what they're feeling. Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. If there's not really a huge question of trust here, then it's probably not, you know, your energy. Maybe it's more, you know, it's what maybe they're feeling. Let's continue. Let's clear it. The Sun on the Ace of Pentacles. So someone definitely, okay, so either they're about to call this out, and they're maybe a perfectionist and they're trying to get really perfect with this, and it's about, yeah, they're getting the details all sorted out. For some of you, it may actually be a proposal. For some, I do want to pull at the heart of that matter with the Hierophant here. Yep, this is for some, that Five of Wands and the Fool coming through at the heart of the matter of the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant. There is maybe a controversial side to this, but I don't feel like that's, if this is your story, I feel that's not going to hold them back. The love is definitely there with that storyline right there. The Two of Wands, the Strength card, they may be, for some of you, they like to kind of make people like wonder and like kind of tease them, and you know, they like to kind of surprise them. I hear that possibly. This is for some. The Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, they got a very particular looking nose. I hear that as well. The Sun, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Hierophant. For some of you, yeah, this is an answer that someone is to give someone. They're holding off on that, but maybe they're thinking about the terms. I'm hearing white knight, white light, night light, something like that. Okay. Now, the sun, the Ace of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Hierophant. Somebody asked somebody, hey, do you want to get involved in this? Let's go. Yeah. Now, but for some of you, this is someone who's not they're nervous. They're maybe about to come through with something, and it's really, really, really close. Really close, you guys. I do feel they will do it. I do feel that they will do it. Nine of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. This is somebody maybe who is from the past. You haven't heard from them in a long time, possibly here, Gemini. Let's get some details. King of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Chariot, but they're gonna like come through, I feel, and kind of tell you what has been on their mind, like kind of, you know, the Tower upright on the King of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles upright, the Empress upright. Empress is mirroring that King of Pentacles in reverse, mirroring the Tower upright. There's something they feel, maybe they feel kind of paranoid. They've had you on hold here with something. Death here, coming through with the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands. There's a huge opportunity. Four of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords. They've been playing off like a one dead ass fighter, you guys. No, it's like, yeah. It's like the tarantula who doesn't know how to talk, but like, he touches me. I'm here with all his 8 tentacles. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what that was about, you guys. The Eight of Swords upright. Let's clear it, please. It's like, how did I get here? It's weird. It's a little bit weird. Six of Pentacles upright is maybe a surprise. It's like, you know, right before somebody like kind of, you know, it's like a proposal. They're kind of, you know, they lead you down this like little hall. It's like weird, something weird like that. But yeah, the Nine of Pentacles, for some that they're a perfectionist. They're maybe thinking a lot about like the social media side of things. I'm not sure. They're thinking about how others might observe in this space. The Hangman, that doesn't matter. If this is what you know, especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn, they're going to do it. Either way, I don't feel like this so-called fear is not going to last for like longer. It's not going to outrun the feeling they have for you, is what I'm hearing. So it's maybe a little bit of nerves, but I don't see it like kind of like, oh my god, they didn't show up at the so-called altar. Like, I feel like they're gonna call it out. Let's pull cards across though for Venus in Gemini. Matters of Venus, matters of the 7th house and the 2nd house. And matters of Libra, matters of Taurus, of course, in overlap with Gemini, and specifically Venus and Gemini. Let's get cards across. Deep past. It's definitely a question of timing. This is someone who you've known for a long time. I feel like you've had a lot of experiences, not really a lot of confirmation when it comes to what the connection actually is. And that's maybe another clue. Some of you are really good friends with this person, but it's almost like I see a lot of a certain type of even muscle being built out, but it's almost like then we neglect so-called the other muscles in the body. Interesting. So, but I see it more as like in terms of, yeah, again, that Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, but it's like, how do we say it? Like, it's like we spend a lot of time doing things as friends, but like not enough things as like in a romantic sense. You got Death in reverse in the recent past. Current state, Nine of Wands upright. Somebody's going to call something out. There is definitely a social side to this. I feel they feel pressure with that. It's not related to you. I don't feel it's like, oh, they're not hot enough. She's not hot enough. She's not this or that. No. The King of Cups in reverse, leading into the Nine of Wands. Again, we're going to, at the end of this reading, pick a card with 4 stacks. We will associate each as well with a yes or no. So if you've got a burning question here, wait till the end of the reading and we'll jump into that. Well, at the end of this video, I'll also post timestamps in the bio description box below. So if you want to, at any time through this month, come back and sort of have a sort of yes or no, sort of check in, then yeah, feel free to utilize the reading in that sense, in that way. Nine of Cups upright, mirroring that King of Cups. Yeah, they're perfectionists, you guys. I hear it again like this, but they're getting to a point. It's like even that moment when they feel like, all right, it's time. It's for me. I want to do this. Eight of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. I kind of even see like a fluffy dog, like. It's like they almost like at a certain point take themselves into like the vet. It's like, okay, fine. I do like have something in my paw. Like I need to get the thorn out. You know, it's something like that. I see like, something like that. All right, let's continue. Yeah, the Five of Cups in reverse, hopes and fears. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see this. I feel someone has come a long way with this. They may be at a certain point, maybe this is the past energies, like they used to ignore, you know, the conversation, like they would get silly with it instead of getting serious, but I feel that right there, the way that they're handling things has shifted. You have the Tower that you lead out with, all right, for better, for so-called worse. We're going to say it. I hear that. I feel by the end of this month here, Gemini, yeah, you know how to handle things. I hear that as well. It's like, okay, well that works and that doesn't work. Let's pull further. We got the House. Two ways in reverse, the Garden upright. Yeah, something changed in the recent past, Gemini. Something transformed, and I feel that was quite advantageous. I feel someone changed the way they were handling a certain situation, like the dynamic, you know? So I feel that has sort of given somebody perspective, like, wait, like I have to kind of like really show up in the space, otherwise it's not going to be there. The sun in reverse in the environment gardens in the current state with the 9 of Wands. Someone's also really working very hard. For some of you, it is a surprise. They're working hard to present a certain opportunity or offer here. It's really sweet. It's a proposal for some. Oh, so sweet. The mountain in the advice. I'm seeing the letter H here. The coffin on the 8 of Cups in reverse. For some of you, this is you with you. If it's a career move, oh my God, you got a lot of potential here. Yes, And then on the 5 of Cups in reverse, we have the fish upright. Someone's very attracted to somebody. Ooh, don't read it as like, oh, he's not really making eye contact. He's not really looking at me. It could be an employer as well. Yeah, they're selective, but it's not like, oh, they're not seeing you. I hear it as well like that. Snake in reverse on the tower upright. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're getting to the root. We're getting to the conversation. We're gonna call it out. Now, we've got the tree on the 9 of Cups. I'm hearing we have something of a passion. We have a desire, and I feel like that overrides, it overrules the resistance to, okay, the conversation that we've been having about the one that we've been wanting to have. Ooh, interesting. So, okay, yeah, I feel like, in other words, the BS is going to get blown out of the water. You could thank Mars and Scorpio for that. Venus maybe in Cap with that as well. And, right, Saturn. But, yeah, and what else? The Sun in Scorp as well. Okay, let's clear the energy. Let's now get, I want to pull quick cards here for you on your energy and that of someone you're dealing with. It can be even a coworker or somebody you're starting a project with, if whoever you have in mind. If this is Venus in Gemini specifically reading, or Venus in the 3rd, or if you're watching for matters of Venus. The person you're dealing with, the garden. Some of you have been very, very much patient here. Yeah, this person has their quirks, the way they work. I see that the important point here is that you've started to not take it so-called personally. Yes, like their persona, their conversation that they have in their way. This is very good, I feel, Gemini, because it's allowed you also a perspective to understand more so yourself as well. For some of you, it's maybe patience in general. Like you've sort of really developed even a certain conversation here, a basis of friendship. There's some foundation here. And I feel like if you are not sort of, if you're still in conversation with this person, I feel that this is actually quite advantageous for you. Maybe you're building something quite sensational here that you're really proud of, actually, with the key in reverse and the garden upright. Okay, are the emotions there yet? That's maybe something that you're alluding to at least. So now with the dog in reverse and the snake in reverse, what I'm getting is that there is an on-off energy here, right? We look at the snake, typically snakes are not, we think of danger in a sense, right? You say, well, I don't know if I can trust them. The dog, though, in the converse, it's about loyalty. So that I see it as behavioral energies. Somebody possibly, yeah, you stop taking it kind of like so seriously, like, oh, they're rattling their tail. At first maybe you got kind of scared, like they're coming to get me. Then we have the dog. I was like wagging his tail. Oh, he's gonna do it now. It's like they're, oh, he's not doing it now. I hear that. This is, you stop sort of reading so far into it. Now let's get into the energies here for your energy here, your energy field here, Gemini. I'm hearing Leo, Gemini, and Virgo, the partner, the birds. For some of you, there's a question of trust, maybe on both ends, but with you, I feel like you've had a lot to experience. This could also be the partner, take it as you will. But on the right-hand side, we do see the birds, which reminds me of the Gemini-like energy, and the mice, very Gemini-like energy. Someone here, I feel like, there was someone realized that they need to have patience here with some situation. Okay, so, and I hear it again, like you stop trying to take it personally. Okay, some of you also helping this person, assisting this person in their transformation. It can be on a vibrational level. Let's get further into it, Gemini. Let's actually step now into, if you are a midhaven in Gemini, matters of career, matters of public life, especially so, matters of what you carry out into the long term. Let's get into that here, and a North Node as well. Those of you who have a North Node here in Gemini, or if you want to just watch for matters of the 10th house and North Node, the Lily in reverse. Some of you have an opportunity here. It's about patience. It's really, really all about patience. But I feel at a certain point it's about balance. It's not just what you materialize, you tangibilize, but you also feel your way through. And it is an emotional conversation at a certain point that we're having with the ship, is what I'm seeing as well. The bird. Some of you here realize maybe that it's about what you feel as well. And I'm seeing the balance of the sort of pink hue and the light baby blue hue. Some of you here are maybe, you know, kind of creating something even, and then you really are realizing that it's not about being able to at all times like understand where something leads. This is about vulnerability. And even if you're creating something and you're quite patient in that space, it's a matter though of where you remain open to the creative process, where it is that you feel okay, you continue to feel your way through. It's not really about where the material steps take you. I hear that as well, the tangible steps. This is about the footprints that we leave behind from where we saw. I'm hearing ourselves. I'm hearing make sense in the story, make sense of the story. Oh, interesting. Some of you you feel you need to be more open-minded with the process that this takes on. And maybe there's even something you want this is a new experience. You want to kind of get even training on. Maybe there's a new gift or talent here that you want to focus on here. It's a gift you've had, a talent of yours. But it requires of you to kind of take a different scale and approach with things. And I feel like it's something really new for you. Some of you may be a little hesitant with coming out with whatever that is for whatever reason. Like you've never really maybe kind of sort of gotten involved in something of that sort in the past, really, but from that angle, the sun upright, I feel like it's still the same thing overarchingly that you're creating, but the approach is different, or you feel like you want to take two different approaches. So maybe if you've been like so focused on material assets and finances when it comes to a certain project, I don't see the broader project changing, but I see it again as the perspective. So again, let's say that you're focused so much on the physical, material, tangible side of a certain story. It's like, well, now I want to bring in something more creative, more subtle. I want to put my touch on it kind of vibe. But that I feel has been a matter of feeling ready to do so. Let's get into it further. Let's get this. Okay, the sun in the deep past in reverse. Some of you, this comes down to feeling like you can kind of just get on the road. Interesting. That reminds me of the root chakra. Some of you are feeling like there's an opportunity, but it's not going to always be there. I hear that as well, but okay. But I'm getting that it has to do with the direction that you're moving in, and the discussion that you're having emotionally. How do we say this? Some of you feel like the context will change. How do we say this? I see someone thinking they want to go nomadic, but they need to be willing to kind of feel something maybe gives you this feeling of like feeling a little uncomfortable. Okay, it so-called threatens your sense of security. But maybe you realize like, I want to be, let's say, this is an example. I want to be a nomadic traveler. Okay, so if that's the case, possibly, okay, with the book upright in the environment, there are things that you want to get used to. And I see that grounding exercises, root chakra exercises could be helpful in that space. For some of you, embarking on whatever the shift is will transform the way that you interact socially, possibly. And all right, so yeah, I see weighing out factors, but I see the balance ultimately of yin yang, masculine energies, feminine energies, expressive, receptive. You got the star in the theme. You're definitely guided here, Gemini. Let's get further, and let's see. In terms of, well, Gemini, let's take a quick little break here and we're going to jump back into it. Okay, so give me a moment. It's funny because the Capricorn reading actually is on premiere right now. So I'm going to jump into that and then we'll jump back into you here with astrology. When you watch this video, it'll all be in real time and it's going to zoom right into it in the next few seconds. But yeah, just so you know, take it possibly symbolically. You might want to go also check out the Capricorn reading. I'll see you guys in just a bit.